like the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Washington Redskins. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. On second down, here's Trubisky. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
18.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Crowder now to return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Thompson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Hey, John.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The All-Pro in two positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Throwing on third down, Smith. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage. And that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Let's go. Hey, back up. Hey, let's settle in.
They go play action here on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Smith. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
Chicago getting set to get the ball here again. Looking back to their Thanksgiving victory over Detroit. Look, they're leading the NFC North. They won this one 23-16. And how about the 32-year-old Chase Daniel? He was really good.
He certainly was. 27 of 37, 230 pass yards, 2 touchdowns. One to Taquan Mizell in the second quarter for 10 yards. And how about that 14-yard pass to Tariq Cohen in the fourth? And you notice his touchdown celebration. I'm tired and I need a nap. They got it done in a big way. But one of the reasons Chase Daniel's so valuable to them is he prepares like he's going to start, understands his role, and can play well with limited practice time. All they had were walkthroughs because of the short turnaround from their previous game from Thursday.
Yeah, just his 3rd career start, first in almost 4 years. He did his thing. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The tackle there by Fabian Moreau.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky, escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. But he will be he's stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Second and 10, Smith again. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Double. Front.
On the ground, Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. What a spin. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
You see it? Hey, 18. Hey, gotta go. Blue.
On second down, Trubisky. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On third down, Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Burton. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
And this is going to be intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Red, up. We're go, let's go.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Unable to corral him. He fights through. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
You see it, you see it?
Trying to punch it in with power. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Red, up.
Trubisky now off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. Shrugs him off. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal.
Blue.
Now it's Trubisky. This will be caught at about the 6. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Redskins are able to come up with a goal line stand. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16.
15.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Back up. Left. Tiger. Regular. Rip.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith going for the deep ball. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Zach Brown. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Red, up. Hey, 18.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He completes it right side to White. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And
he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Hey, let's roll. Liz.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Switching gears for a second to look at the NFL slate. You know, the bye weeks are now over, Charles. And if you had to pinpoint a couple of teams that are surprising you right now with where they're at, who would that be?
Well, I didn't think Washington would be in first place this late in the year, and they're still hanging in there. But two teams that really jump out at me. How about the run the Indianapolis Colts are on right now? And how well Andrew Luck is playing the quarterback position. We don't talk about that enough. They could very well win the AFC South with the play they're playing right now. And how about the Denver Broncos? That was a gutsy win at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. They are still hanging in there, still hopeful for a wild card spot.
And he's got this down to the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do? You got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
We're go, let's go. We go. You see it? Blue.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Red, up! Red, up!
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal.
Blue.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. And Parkey's kick is good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out now come the Redskins. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Forced out to his left. The deep ball for Dotson. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part went to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. They go play action with Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They try again with Cohen. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hey, gotta go.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Gotta go.
Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That'll go down as a loss of 8. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now it's Trubisky. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. He finds some open field here. The 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
18.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. With that incompletion, let's look forward to the rest of the NFL season. You know, a lot of people say the season doesn't really get exciting till after Thanksgiving. Well, what are you looking forward to in the month of December?
I do like that expression because each sport has its own, doesn't it? Teams that are in first place July 4th in baseball, that's who's going to win the division, right? That's one of the old adages. We go on and on, but for me, this is what I'm going to look forward to. The NFC East could be a 3-team race. How about the revival of the Chicago Bears? And last but not least, the AFC West is controlled by Kansas City, but the sleeper team, the Los Angeles Chargers. Keep an eye on them.
Yeah, they're knocking on the door with just 3 losses. KC with 2. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Hey, gotta go.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown, Chicago! Kevin White, 44 yards. And the Bears cut into that lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The Redskins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Smith. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aaron Lynch in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Back now at Soldier Field as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken at the 37. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Bears take over. Onto the field now come the Bears. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now Trubisky to throw on second. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. There he goes inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Throwing here, Trubisky. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got it.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Let's go, Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Akeem Hicks able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up. Good list. Orange.
Here we go on 4th. Smith rolling to his right. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now it's Trubisky. And this is caught at the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Tight end right. We got three, fellas.
Here's Trubisky. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Here's Trubisky to throw, buying time to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Hey, gun.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Again, a run with Thompson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Hey, on.
They'll run with Thompson. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Chicago.